Alright, in this video we're going to see the complete adjustment of the industrial overlock. We'll look at it very thoroughly and explain the precise measurements to set the needle with the overlock's loopers. Okay, here we have, let's take the first reference, needle and left looper. We put the needle at its lowest point and we'll use as a reference from the tip. The left looper being at this backmost part and the needle being at its lowest should have a distance of 3.5 millimeters from the tip of the looper to the center of the needle. 3.5 millimeters, and it should pass through the notch above the eye, brushing it but not touching to avoid damage. Let's see from another angle. Here we see it from a front angle and see the tip passes through the needle's notch, brushing the notch but not touching to avoid damage. There it reached the needle's notch, and at the moment it catches the needle thread and continues its path. Now let's see where we move it from to give the looper measurement. We loosen this screw we see here. It's a number 8 open-end wrench with which we can move the connecting rod and give it the distance of 3.5 millimeters. We continue looking forward and the left looper continues its path and reaches where the right looper is. At that moment here we have it. We see the tip of the right looper, and at that moment the tip of the right looper passes through the neck of the left looper, taking its thread. We see it here from this position, and we see here the left looper passing through the neck of the right one. To move this looper, just loosen this screw and we give it the angle to pass through the neck, the left looper, and take the left looper's thread. Remember that the left looper takes the needle's thread, the right looper takes the left looper's thread, and when the right looper goes up, the needle takes the right looper's thread. Then we give the right looper angle with this screw, loosen it and move the right looper so its tip passes through the neck of the left looper. Continue turning forward, continue its path. We see the tip, and the moment the right looper goes up, we see the needle falls into the neck of the right looper and takes its thread, reaches apart. We see the tip extends past the needle about 4.8 millimeters, and at that moment when it reaches its furthest point, the needle goes down and picks up the right hand looper thread. Now we're going to show each element and how it catches the thread when it's completely threaded with the hook plate set and the thread in place. The differential feed dog, which I removed to make it clearer, well, there we have the machine threaded with the hook plate and we see how the needle is at its lowest point. Let's turn the hand wheel and we see the tip of the looper as it passes through the needle and picks up the needle thread. There we see it picked up the thread. Now let's see how the right looper passes through the neck of the left one and picks up its thread. And we can see that it's happening. I'm going to go back a bit and we see how it passes through there. There it picked up the left looper's thread and now it goes up to its highest point and the needle comes down and picks up the right thread. Let's look at it from this side and we see it, and there it picks up the thread. It picks up its thread and they all return to their initial position and tighten the threads, forming the stitch. We see it again, and when they return to their furthest position, they form the stitch here in the stitch finger, tightening the threads.